Picture this: the early 1900s, the rugged foothills of the Himalayas in western Nepal. A shadow moves through the night, silent but deadly. Livestock vanishes, and whispers of a predator spread through a small village. At first, they suspect a snow leopard, but the carnage is too vast for one cat. Then, in broad daylight, a tigress is spotted dragging a goat down with chilling precision. This is no ordinary tiger. This is the Champawat Tigress, a feline so cunning she'd soon become one of history's most notorious man-eaters, with a staggering 436 human lives claimed. This tigress wasn't just a hunter, she was a strategist. After a confrontation with villagers armed only with machetes and spears, she tasted human flesh. It was a turning point. Humans, she learned, were easier prey than goats or deer. Within months, entire families in the village mourned loved ones. Fear gripped the region, with doors bolted and lives upended. The Nepalese government sent soldiers to hunt her, but she slipped across the Sarda River into India, carrying her reign of terror with her. In India's Champawat region, she didn't just hunt, she studied. She watched villages, learned their routines, and struck with terrifying precision, often in daylight. Women and children, gathering firewood or fruit, were her easiest targets. She'd roam 20 miles between attacks, evading hunters with an almost supernatural intelligence. Locals gave her names. Some called her the Queen, awed by her dominance. Others, the Demon, haunted by her shadow. British hunters, lured by the challenge, came and failed, outwitted by a creature who seemed to know the land better than they did. By 1907, her hunger seemed insatiable. Attacks escalated, sometimes daily, in places like the Corbett district. Villagers locked themselves indoors for days, hearing her growls and claws at their doors. After a kill, she'd roar, a chilling victory cry echoing through the forests. It was as if she ruled the land, and in a way, she did. Did you know her behavior might have been triggered by a broken canine tooth, found later during an autopsy? This injury likely made hunting wild prey harder, pushing her toward humans. It's a stark reminder of how a single twist of fate can unleash chaos. Enter Jim Corbett, a seasoned hunter whose name would become legendary. In 1907, he arrived in Champawat, tracking the tigress after she killed a 16-year-old boy. Following a blood trail, he found the boy's body and narrowly escaped her ambush. Corbett, shaken but determined, rallied 300 villagers to encircle her. At noon, the Queen stepped into his sights and fell to his rifle. The reign of terror was over, but the story was just beginning. Corbett didn't just walk away. He transformed from hunter to storyteller, documenting the tigress's 436 victims, 200 in Nepal alone, in books that still captivate readers. But as he aged, regret set in. He learned that British colonial policies in India, starting in 1857, had disarmed villagers and encouraged human expansion into tiger habitats. Defenseless and encroaching on wild lands, people became easy prey. Corbett came to see the tigress not as a monster, but as a product of a broken system. He blamed colonial greed for turning tigers into man-eaters, a perspective that feels strikingly modern. Here's a wild fact. The Champawat tigress holds a grim record in the Guinness Book of World Records as the deadliest single animal, responsible for more human deaths than any other. Yet her story isn't just about horror, it's a mirror. Today, tigers face extinction, with only about 4,500 left in the wild, partly due to the rampant hunting of the 1900s. Her legacy asks us to rethink our relationship with nature. Are we invaders in their world, or can we coexist? So, what's the takeaway? The Champawat tigress was more than a killer. She was a force of nature shaped by human mistakes. Her intelligence, adaptability, and tragic end remind us that the line between predator and prey is thinner than we think. Let's learn from her story, protect wildlife, respect their space, and maybe, just maybe, avoid creating the next man-eater.